Hi guys, today I've got a bit of a bonus video in the form of a collaboration with Gloomy Toons here on YouTube. If you haven't heard of Gloomy, she is an art YouTuber who does a lot of speed paints on her own characters and stuff. She's a really interesting style and one that I'm particularly drawn to, so if you haven't seen her before, then I really advise you to check her out. I'll have a link to her channel here in the description and somewhere on the video, and yeah, I hope you like her work and I hope you like this too. We're drawing each other's OCs for this collaboration, so I'm drawing her character Robert, and she's drawing my character Shady. One thing I found interesting is that we both chose characters of ours that had a very androgynous appearance to them, and I don't know, I thought that was interesting that both characters had that similarity to them. But I'm gonna read a little bit of the description on Gloomy's website about Robert just to give you an idea of his character. So, despite being an extremely confident and outgoing child, Robert always felt out of the loop when it came to making friends. His strange interests in fashion sense also made him difficult to approach, and even when he eventually made friends, his tendency to speak without thinking would eventually steer them away. But despite this, Robert has always had one friend who stuck by him, and that's his sister Francesca. Robert is a true new romantic. He is pretentious, theatrical, and interested in the arts. His fashion sense evolved around the same time as Francesca's, as he would often go see underground artists and begin to see bands cropping up with outrageously unconventional and androgynous members. And something just clicked. He began to incorporate these features into his look until he fit their new romantic aesthetic. After that, Robert grew more and more confident, creating avant-garde makeup looks and unusual outfits. It was also at one of these gigs Rob was introduced to the synthesizer. Robert was infatuated with how the synthesizer sounded, and so he worked lots of overtime and cut back on food for over a year just so he could eventually buy one, immediately writing and composing his own songs. So if you're interested in hearing more of Robert's backstory and just more about Gloomy's other characters, I would advise you to go check out Gloomy's website. I'll leave a link to it in the description below, but yeah, she's got really interesting characters, and I was really happy to draw Robert for this collaboration. So hopefully I can end up making characters with backstories as interesting as this. Right now, Shady and the crew are kind of underdeveloped compared to Robert and friends, so yeah. I'm kind of thinking of making my own website now just to make it easier to show people what my characters are. But anyway, on to the actual digital painting process. I tried my best to take what I've learned from watching other people's speed paints and really apply my knowledge here. So, particularly in the hair, I think I did a decent job of remembering how I'd seen other people paint hair digitally and just making it so that it looked as realistic as I could. I think I did a pretty good job with the hair, especially, in terms of just how to get the highlights and the darkest darks to look the best they can. I think I did a decent job there, although I think I still need some practice doing just shading in general. I also tried my best to make the shadows on the skin darker than I usually do, because I've noticed in a lot of my drawings, especially with faces, I don't tend to draw a lot with the shadows, or what do I mean? I mean, I don't tend to make things very dark, and I'm very afraid of putting dark shadows on the face, and I think I still suffer from that a bit here. Actually, I think I still suffer from that a lot in this picture, but I really tried to keep pushing the darks, especially on the neck, and yeah, I didn't want to make it too dark because Robert has a very pale skin tone, but you know, I'm still learning, and I think I'm doing a good job for the skill point I'm at right now. So yeah, practice makes perfect, right? And this is just one step further in my practice to become, well, I don't think it'll ever be perfect, but to become better, and that's what's important. So I worked a lot on just smoothing out the blending here. Like, a lot of it was just kind of finishing touches and just making the shadows darker, like you'll see here, and just blending out as best I could. I think I went a little bit overboard. I could probably have called it done right about now, but oh well, I kept working on it, and I think that's good that I kept working on it, because, you know, sometimes when you just stop, like, and you look back on it, you see things that you could have done better, and I really wanted to make this as best as I possibly could right now, so yeah. Anyway, I think that's about all the time I have for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later, and don't forget to check out Gloomy's half of the collaboration. I'll have a link to that as soon as it goes up, and I'll see you guys later then. Bye!